Hi, fabulous fourth graders. Today's grammar lesson is about simple and compound sentences. And as a quick review, we're just going to talk about what are subjects and predicates. Can you remember from a couple of weeks ago? Here's an example. I put on my glasses. So the subject of that sentence is I, or Mrs. Schofield put on her glasses. The subject is Mrs. Schofield. That's who or what the sentence is about. The predicate is what I did, or what the subject of the sentence does or is. So what I did was put on my glasses. So Mrs. Schofield put on her glasses. The subject is Mrs. Schofield. The predicate is what I did, put on my glasses. Okay? And you're thinking, what's that got to do with compound and simple sentences? Well, stick with me because here we go. This sentence, the giraffe eats leaves, is a simple sentence because it has a subject, the giraffe, that's who or what the sentence is about, and it has a predicate, which tells us what the subject does or is. The giraffe eats leaves. This is a simple sentence. Do you know what a conjunction is? Conjunction? Well, a conjunction is a joining word. It's a word that kind of joins two simple sentences together. So some examples of conjunction words would be for, and, nor, but, or, yet, or so. And I've written fanboys down here because sometimes people use that acronym to say for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so, and they use the first letter of each of those words to build the word fanboys. Just to remind themselves that these are conjunction words. They're kind of linking, joining words, and they take two simple sentences and join them together. So when you think conjunction, think conjointion, like join. We're going to join two things together. And we can use a conjunction and a comma to join two simple sentences. So when we use a conjunction word and a comma, we join two simple sentences, and it's not a simple sentence anymore. It's now a compound sentence. For example, it is cold is a simple sentence. It won't snow is another simple sentence. So we've got two simple sentences. To join them together to make a compound sentence, we use a comma at the end of the first sentence. And we use one of those conjunction words, those joining words. And this one is but. It is cold, comma, but it won't snow. And this is a compound sentence. The simple sentences could be sentences by themselves because they've got a subject and a predicate. Compound sentences do have to have two simple sentences. They have to have a conjunction and a comma. So that's how we know if something is a compound sentence. Two simple sentences joined with a conjunction and a comma. So let's look at some examples and see, is this sentence a compound sentence or a simple sentence? She needs a new computer for work. Well, she is a subject, and what she does or is she needs a new computer for work. That's kind of one idea. It's one simple sentence. There's no conjunction word with a comma joining two different ideas. It's just one idea, one simple sentence. And we're going to say that one's a simple sentence. Okay. Compound or simple. I like to bake, but I don't like to clean the dishes afterwards. Okay. When I look at this, I see I like to bake. That's a simple sentence. It has a subject, I, and it has a predicate, what the subject does or is. I like to bake. So that's a simple sentence on its own. Then I see a comma and a conjunction. This is giving me a clue that it's a compound sentence. But remember, we need two simple sentences for a compound sentence. So let's look at the rest. I don't like to clean the dishes afterwards. I don't like to clean the dishes afterwards. There's a subject, I, And does the sentence tell us what the subject does or is? Yeah. I don't like to clean the dishes afterwards is its own simple sentence. So we've got two simple sentences and they're joined together with a comma and a conjunction. So this one is actually a compound sentence. Now, we have two simple sentences. I like to rollerblade. I fall a lot. How would we make those two simple sentences into a compound sentence? What do we need for a compound sentence? We need a comma and a conjunction word. So let's do it. I like to rollerblade, comma. Let's use but as our conjunction word. But I fall a lot. So you notice in the compound sentence, there's only one period. There's one sentence now. It's just got two separate ideas in it. I like to rollerblade, but I fall a lot. It's one sentence. It's a compound sentence. So instead of two periods, we've now got a comma and a conjunction that kind of links those two simple sentences together all into one sentence. Here's two more. I play the violin. I play the piano. So to make these two into one compound sentence, we're going to need both of these sentences, but in between we're going to need a comma and a conjunction word. Remember, our conjunction words are for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Which one of those probably fits best? Probably and. So let's do it. I play the violin. Instead of the period, I'm going to put a comma. And as our conjunction word, I play the piano. I play the violin and I play the piano. It's a compound sentence with two simple sentences, but we take away the period for the first simple sentence and we replace it with a comma and a conjunction word. Now, does that mean that whenever I see a comma inside a sentence, that means it's a compound sentence? Here's one. We bought cheese, milk, and eggs. That has a comma. Is this a compound sentence? No. A compound sentence is one if the comma has a conjunction word that combines two simple sentences. Milk and eggs is not a sentence on its own. So this is not a compound sentence. For it to be compound, we need two simple sentences with a comma and a conjunction in between. Okay. What about those conjunction words? If we ever see the word and or but or also or, does that always mean that it's a compound sentence if we see those words? Like, I also have homework to finish. Does that mean that's a compound sentence? No. Only if the conjunction is joining two simple sentences. So you have to look and say, is it joining two simple sentences? Is there a comma before that? And if there's not, it's not a compound sentence. Okay. Now you're going to get the chance to practice this. You can go to the Google Forms and you are going to have some cute little cards like this. Is the sentence simple or compound? Garrett wore blue jeans and a polo shirt. Is this a simple sentence or a compound sentence? Do I see a comma, a conjunction word, joining two simple sentences together? No. There's an and, but there's no comma. And there's only one sentence. There's only one subject, Garrett, and it's just talking about his clothes. So I would say that was a simple sentence. Is the sentence simple or compound? Should I bake cookies or should I bake muffins? I can see a comma and I can see a conjunction. And I can see should I bake cookies and should I bake muffins? Two simple sentences joined together with a comma and a conjunction word. So this one is a compound sentence. And you can do the rest. Here are two Google Forms for you to practice. Is the sentence simple or compound? There's also another one. So 2 different forms for you to practice on. Give it a go. I think that you, after learning all of this and talking about simple and compound sentences, as long as you're looking out for the comma with the conjunction words, joining 2 simple sentences, you will know that's a compound sentence. And remember, a simple sentence has a subject and a predicate. You can do it.